Right now we are in front of Tommy's Pizza, which was recommended to us by Harrison Eichelberger.
Thank you, Harrison, for the recommendation.
Do we know anything about Tommy's before we go in?
I know nothing about Tommy's Pizza.
When I was 6 years old, my parents said it was my birthday. It wasn't. Pretty savage by them. And I got a chocolate brownie. Also, I remember when I was in lower school with Tommy Hogan, I thought he owned this.
We just left Tommy's Pizza. Here it is from the front.
So here's the stats. It cost for 3 slices, $7.15. The time for it to come out was 4 minutes, and our rating out of 20 is 12.
12 out of 20.
I actually quite liked it.
Billy liked it more than the JP and I.
It tasted like cheap pizza.
They covered it in herbs. I like herbs on my pizza, but it was a lot, and it didn't have enough salt or enough like cheesy taste to really balance out all those herbs.
There was basically no sauce.
For me, I liked the herbs, but I hated the crust at the end.
The crust had no flavor at all. It was just bread. I would like my crust to have a little more flavor than that.
Yes.
And maybe even more texture, like
papery.
Like
papery.
Yeah, but I would definitely say that was not a top tier pizza.
No.
Thanks, Harrison.
We are outside of Mike's Pizza. This was rated number 1 by Carter Deer and Alex Tolassi. I've eaten here a couple times. They're known for their French fries. We're gonna be eating their pizza.
Yeah. Billy?
Oh, you're recording? Oh, I know nothing about this place.
We just left Mike's Pizza, and JP's gonna give you the stats.
For 3 slices, it cost $6.33, cheaper than Tommy's, which is good. The time, however, took 6 minutes to get out. Unbelievable. I'm furious. 2 minutes more than Tommy's. That's time I'll never get back. Our rating out of 20 is 14. Overall better because the cheese so high quality. Wiley will talk about the bread. Billy will talk about the sauce.
The bread was, I would say the bread was about the same. There really wasn't like a really noticeable difference between the crust of Mike's and Tommy's.
The crust was less, though.
Yeah, there was definitely less.
I felt like the sauce you have to talk about the cheese with the sauce. So for me, it was a bit too cheesy. Wiley does not agree, though. The sauce really should have been more present in the pizza. The cheese was really just too much, and it ended up dripping.
The cheese was
better.
It was moister because it had also just come out of the oven, so we're a little biased there. The cheese really was what made it better because it was much more flavorful.
Yeah, definitely.
It was kind of a lot of cheese. I think the crust tasted better because of the sauce too. The sauce was definitely better.
There should have been a lot more of it.
All right, thank you. Hey, we're outside Carmine's Pizza.
I thought we were going to the Carmine's by the West Goshen Strip Mall, not this Carmine's, but it's okay, Wiley.
Recommended to us by Matt Delente and these two, Billy and JP.
I'm very biased in this situation.
So it's the new Carmine's. We'll see if the name lives up.
We're back from Carmine's.
So what I found interesting about this is that I was the one paying, and it was the most expensive. It was $7.15 pre-tip, but me being a generous guy and all. So I gave a $1.50 tip. Came out to $8.65. Anyways, time was 6 minutes, tied with the longest times. We all rated it an average of 15.
So the pizza was definitely the thinnest. The whole pizza had a crunch to it. It wasn't like the crust was crunchy and then the cheese was soft. The whole pizza was crunchy, which was very nice.
Yeah. So the crust was very crusty. The crust at the end was completely falling apart. My experience with Carmine's in the past has not been that. So the crust was a bit poor, and I think it's a bit of an anomaly for Carmine's in general. I think usually they get the crust right. So
the sauce was honestly really delicious.
The sauce was great.
Yeah, it was delicious.
What I found interesting is that since I suggested Carmine's, I meant the other Carmine's, but since it's also Carmine's, they use the same stuff because they buy it from the same supplier. But the only thing they messed up on was the crust because I don't know. It was probably the cooking. Too much crust.
Mostly the cooking.
It's just not good cooking.
We'll be in touch with the next pizzas.
Yeah.
Everyone, we're at Ariano in Media, which is a high quality pizza place. I'm not even sure if they'll have plain cheese. This was recommended to us by Matt Starr, who is a family member that actually works here. So here it is, right here. You have anything to say about it?
Thank God I'm not paying.
Know nothing about it.
Thank God I'm not paying.
Just left Ariano's.
Let me just say
Terrible.
the worst, because let me explain why this was the worst. This was the worst because A, it took the longest to come out, mainly because it's a fancy restaurant, so it took forever to come out because we had to order an entire pie instead of just 3 slices.
You couldn't even order by the slice.
Yeah, what the heck? 2, it was the most expensive, and I thought these two left, so I thought they honestly ditched me, so I had to pay, and it was like $12 after I tipped because, you know, like I'm saying, I'm a very generous guy. So after tip, it was $12. Thank God I'm not paying. Then what else?
Oh, so I thought the sauce was like really bitter. Like it didn't have good flavor. Watch it, there's a car coming.
There's a serious lack of cheese in the crust. I felt like I was eating sausage cheese on crust.
Yeah.
I was eating sausage cheese on crust.
Yeah.
It tasted more like bruschetta cheese
Yeah.
than actual pizza.
Like even if you're a fancy restaurant, like if your people ask for a cheese pizza,
Yeah, right?
like it has to be compared as just a normal cheese pizza.
Yeah, this was like a margarita, like, ooh, let's sprinkle some basil, and I hate basil. I hate basil so much. Also, it would be good if you're an old white lady who doesn't know what good pizza tastes like. Since we're all teenagers, like, we know what good pizza tastes like.
Not what we wanted.
No.
Not what we wanted.
Thanks, Matt Starr.
Super terrible crust. The crust
Yeah.
was way too much.
It was, and the sauce was bitter, sweet.
Next pizza we're off to is Apollo Pizza.
Yeah.
Apollo Pizza is my number one. I'm the one who recommended it. I think Apollo Pizza is the best pizza you can buy in the Philadelphia area.
At Apollo Pizza, you know, Wiley's favorite pizza place. And we saw this gumball machine. It says, receive white gumball, win a large pizza. So, here we go. We're going to try it. 1 quarter. Oh, here we go. We're going again. Oh. It's not blue. Oh. They're all blue.
We just left Apollo and we have some really different views on it.
First of all, before I even get to the stats, if anyone wants gumballs, I have 5 gumballs in a napkin. I'll bring it back. I'll hold it for the entire rest of spring break. I'll bring it back. If anyone wants gumballs,
I want a gumball.
Come. Okay, well not you, Billy, not you. You're a caveman. Anyways, here's Apollo's Pizza stats. Cost $7.16. Not that bad, but not that good. Time, very good. 3 minutes, very short amount of time. Now, let's get to the ratings. So, we were very divided among this. I did not have the same views as Billy and Wiley much. I said a 12. I thought the crust was too sweet, tasted like candy. It was like sweet, not goodness. But Wiley said 19, and Billy said 18. This averages it at 16, which is our highest.
Yeah, I personally love the pizza. Like, I thought the cheese to sauce ratio, which is very important for me, was perfect. The crust was also a very good consistency, and the sweet flavor of it I thought was a very good benefit for the pizza.
It's very different. Like the crust taste actually gives the entire pizza a completely different taste. It goes really well with the cheese and sauce. It's really the best combination. I honestly think it's the perfect pizza and the best you can get in this
Very
area.
good.
It was definitely the best for its price. Quantity wise.
Best value, because it was a big,
Quickest service, well, I don't know if it was the best price, but it was a decent price. All around good.
Yeah.
Alright, so we just got done eating at Little Anthony's Pizza. JP's eating a slice right now. It's cold by now, but it's still tasty as
It was a minute and a half for the pizza to come. It's insane. Like that's the
Best
fastest
time
we've
yet.
had. Yeah. And it was $7.47, which I would say is average.
I think they actually boosted their price like recently, so it's still pretty cheap. So my favorite part is the bread, thin, crispy, has a good amount of like flavor in it. Really good. It has a good crunch. It allows you to eat a couple pieces if you want.
I thought the cheese and sauce were the best part actually. I thought it was really tasty. This pizza was really great. I think it was number 2. I think only Apollo has been better so far. This was actually, Pierce rated this pizza number 1.
Yeah, obviously this is my favorite pizza place and extremely biased on this one. Funny, but I gotta be honest with my viewers, so what would you say, Wiley?
I think tying this at 16 with Apollo would be probably the fairest
Yeah,
rating.
let's go
I
with
think it's
16.
less than 16
16's fair
is a
rating.
fair rating.
Alright.
So we're gonna
We'll
rate
leave
this
it at
16 out of 20. It's really up there as one of the best pizzas we've had. We're outside Bravo Pizza in Glen Mills, about to eat a slice each. This was recommended to us by Val Thompson.
Alright, just got done eating at Bravo Pizza.
We have price was $9.53. That's a little on the pricey
It's
side.
steep. It's steep.
It's steep.
Yeah.
And he was like, beep, 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 $9. A little crazy. But anyways, time, 4 minutes. It's a little much, but whatever. Rating. So we all rated it a 13 on average.
At first, we all had pretty good impressions. We were like, this is a pretty good pizza. But I was thinking about back when we ate at Mike's Pizza, which was the second place we went to. And we rated Mike's at 14. Mike's was okay. And this was definitely not as good as Mike's. And really, it's because of the crust.
The crust brought my rating down significantly because I was eating my first bite. I was like, this is like a pretty good pizza. Like, there was a lot of good cheese. Like, it had good flavor. The crust itself was just dry and like had no flavor. It was awful.
Yeah, the crust was definitely the worst part. I didn't mind the crust until the end. The crust at the end was definitely what made it worse, because I eat the crust at the end of the pizza, so I thought the cheese was better than Mike's, actually, but the crust at the end was what brought down my rating.
The other thing is that I don't think it's worth the price. I think
Yeah,
the
it's
fact
also
that the price is
expensive.
rating,
That's true.
like, there's definitely better pizzas nearby to the school that are just a better price, too.
Yeah,
Fair
and
enough.
just better.
Elizabeth's Pizza by Elizabeth. Lauren Evans, Karen McGill, and Joanna Griffin recommended this place to us.
There are flowers on the table, so all of us have very high expectations.
All right, just got done eating at Pizza by Elizabeth.
It was a total time of 4 minutes of waiting. And for the price, this is interesting. It was a fancy restaurant. It was $9, and then I tipped 3 because, me, I'm super generous. It turned out to be $12, and funny thing, we also rated it 12. So it's $1.
Dollar per rating.
It's $1 per rating.
So we walk in, it's like a bunch of Elizabeth Taylor looking people,
Yeah.
all wearing fancy clothes, like out for
They're like
their nice
trees.
early lunch, like
They're
their
like
nice
trees.
early lunch, like
Yeah.
older
They're
women.
like treats on the outside of the restaurant.
Yeah, it was, and we just
Oh, my
come in,
grandmother's
looking,
house.
and we just
Oh, my
come in,
grandmother's
looking.
house. It was Willy Wonka. It was like that movie, but the nanny mixed with Willy Wonka.
Yeah, I don't know what
Grandma.
movie that is, but
Nanny McPhee.
Yeah, so the pizza itself was like fine. Like, it wasn't that good. We were gonna rate it 11, but we changed our rating to 12 because of like how nice the place was. We got water right when we walked in. It had little lemon slices in it.
Yeah.
I don't even like lemon in my water, but you gotta appreciate the thought.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like
The
it.
pizza was fine. It tasted like a freezer pizza kind of, where it has super like grainy, like cornmeal-y type on the bottom, which we didn't really like that much. But
Very hard to handle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
a
handle-
lot
but
of cheese and sauce. Like mine, like I had a blotch of cheese on my plate because it spilled off there so much.
and at the end with our check, we got this little like nougat bark.
Oh, such good.
tasted like a Heat
It's
bar, but
good.
better.
Oh my god, it was.
The atmosphere was. I like the atmosphere. Hesitantly, I'll say that, but it was the water and the little candy at the end that was completely complimentary.
We had it at like an 11, maybe a 10, and then we boosted it to a 12 because the candy was so good.
Yeah.
All right, we're here at Lenape or Lenape Pizza. We're not entirely sure. We're gonna ask when we go in.
Harrison Eichelberger recommended this for us, so expectations are low.
All right, we just left Lenape Pizza. Good pizza.
Yeah, we also checked. It is Lenape, not Lenape.
Very cheap, $6.01, pretty good for.
Very good.
Very
Free
good, very
slices.
good.
Bigger slices
Very
too.
good. And then Billy tipped 1 cent because he's not a nice person. It's 15 minutes only because they had to make an entire new pizza. So really, the time would be less than that if you're just getting a slice. So don't judge too much on the time. But we rated it a 15. So
Very high rating.
Very high rating. In my opinion, this is tied for best with Little Anthony's. So yeah, Billy.
So the sauce was okay. Like it doesn't stood out to me, but it was still like very good consistency. It really met like
Yeah.
the cheese to sauce.
It was
ratio
very
really
good
well.
all together. Like it was a good combination. It was an even balance, and the cheese was delicious.
The cheese was what
Cheese
made
was
it.
the best
Yeah.
part. Yeah.
And the crust
cheese
was
was
good
so
too.
good. Yeah, the crust was really good.
Good
Shout
job,
out Harrison.
Aw, Shakespeare's. Want a kiss?
How about a high five?
We are on our way to Ravanisi. Ravanisi was recommended to us by Nick Sokol and Ian Peterson. They open at 4:30 every day.
Not every day, even. Some days they don't even open.
sometimes and they make a certain amount right at the beginning of the day. And there's always a big line here. I can actually show you the line right now. So there's the line. There's already a big line because once they finish serving their pizza, they're done. Apparently, this guy is from Italy. He retired, and now he makes pizza just for fun.
We were here at 3, so we've been waiting for an hour and a half. So my expectations are very high.
This is the review for Ravanisi.
Aiden Peterson said it was very aesthetic.
But the pizza was aesthetic, not
Yeah,
the restaurant.
oh,
So the big problem with it was the wait.
Remember,
I
so-
remember it was $16.
Yeah, it was $16.
But we had to buy a whole pie. You couldn't just get
Yeah.
slices.
Like they made it there, so we waited like half an hour, but it was good. We got to talking with this guy that was next to us.
Yeah, good conversation.
Good
about
conversation.
Limestone.
Just okay. But
I thought it was really good. The
I thought
crust.
it was really good.
I thought the
The
crust
sauce
was
was
so good.
Yeah.
Like the
So,
crust
the
was one of the
sauce,
best
what do we-
crusts.
I feel like the way that the sauce and the crust kind of.
I feel like it's like a
Melded
16. I
together.
feel like this.
I
is
I would
working.
give it a 16 and a half.
oh no.
No.
Yeah,
16.
16's a fair rating. Well, this is a high rating. It's one of our
Yeah,
top
this
ratings.
is definitely some top quality pizza. They
Different
definitely-
type of pizza,
Like
though.
the
It's
weight,
very different.
The weight, yeah, it was different, and the weight was like kind of worth it because it was so well crafted.
Like not what I look for in a pizza, but it was still
Yeah,
like
it was
good
good.
for what it
It
was.
was
The menu is very small, only like 5 pizzas, and he does that on purpose because he's so artistic that he wants to have only perfect pizzas on the menu.
No closing.
The guy even makes his own mozzarella.
Yeah,
Okay. Then.
Very hard process.
Yes.
it's legit. It's legit.
Let's
All right, yeah, this is a
Long
long review.